Hello my hair warriors, it's me, Aaron O'Brien, your friendly neighborhood hairdresser. These videos are sponsored by my friends at Lordhair.com. So what are we going to talk about today? Is this an earring? No, it's not. This is a colour ring. Today we are going to be talking about colour, how to pick your colour, and everything that you need to know when you're ordering your hair system online. Okay, here we go. You ready for some colour education? So the Lordhair colour swatch and a hair salon swatch is slightly different, or what you might see online. So if you want to match your swatch perfectly from a hair colour swatch or what we see mainly online, we're going to start with a level 5. So Lordhair swatches are slightly lighter than what you would see on one of these. So we're just going to compare here. You have the level 5 and this is a Lordhair level 5. It is slightly lighter and it's actually more like a level 6. So level 6 is a medium brown, level 5 is a dark brown. So we're here to talk about the colour scale to stop confusion and so you have a little bit more of an understanding when you're trying to pick your colour at Lordhair.com. So first off, we'll start off with the colour spectrum. It goes from 1 all the way to 7. Which is 1 is the darkest, 7 is one of the lightest browns. Then you have your 18s and your 22s, which is going into the blonde lines. Now you'll notice as well, some of the numbers have maybe a 0, 5, a 10, a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50, 60, 70, 80 after your number. So for instance, if you have your number 1B and you have a 5, 10 and all the way up there, that is the amount of grey that you have in each system, whether it's 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, and all the way up to where your system pretty much looks grey. And then we have ash as well. If you see the word ash after the number, that basically means your system is a cool color. So there's not a lot of warmth in the system. It's a bit more of a cool gray undertone, not the gray color, but the tone. So it has a cooler reflection, so you don't see your auburns or your red reflections in that system. So then we're just going to talk through what each number is, just so you have a better idea. So we have 1 which represents black, 2 which represents a dark black, but just not as dark as 1, so it's a little bit lighter. Then we have 3, which is almost kind of stepping in from your browns into your black. So it has a bit more softness to it. Then you have your number 4. 4 I would consider more along a deep dark brown. So it's borderline black, but it has a little bit of softness to it. Then we have 5, which is a dark brown, 5 is a medium brown, which is what I have here. Then you have your level 6, which is more like a light brown. Level 7, which is like kind of going into your browny blonde kind of colors. And then you have 18 and 22, which you're stepping into blondes. And yeah, they all look fantastic. They're very natural colors. They have a natural highlighted feel to them. You can't really go wrong, but you can also email Lordhair and they can also match it up if you send in a picture, just in case you need a little bit more help. If I haven't helped enough. I always get asked the question of what hair color suits a skin tone. So basically, if you have a more pale skin tone, a lighter colors always work best. You're looking at your numbers 7, 6 when it comes to Lordhair systems, so there's not much of a contrast between your skin tone and the hair color. You want it to look a little bit more natural and soft. If you have that over-dyed look where it is quite dark, it can be a telltale sign that you are indeed wearing a system. If you have a warmer skin tone, I'd also recommend you can try a bit of an ash. So if you go to the colour swatch on Lordhair, if you see a number 4, 5 with the word ash afterwards, that will help soften the redness in the face and will give you a better blend, and it can look a little bit more natural, and actually it gives the skin tone a better glow and reflection. If you have a darker skin tone, you can get away with your levels where you're a 1, a black, you can go in with your dark browns, 5s, 4s, and you will be able to wear something along those lines. If you naturally have grey in your hair, I always recommend try get some of that grey color, whether it's 10%, 20%, or close to what your natural hair color is, because as the color grows out and your own grey starts to show through, you don't want a separation between that full block colour and your salt and pepper sides. You want to keep it as natural as possible, so that's a big recommendation for me. I'd also like to mention that the grey in the systems is more along the lines of the synthetic hair. It is not human hair, but it is just as good, works just as well, and it looks just as natural. So I hope you learned a lot from this video and this beautiful colouring and how to choose your colour correctly. Again, this video is sponsored by Lordhair.com. Don't forget to click the link below, subscribe, all of that good stuff. You better follow me. Check out my videos and everything else.